Change and Environment of the United Arab Emirates to share her remarks.
Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Government of Pakistan and the United Nations for co-hosting this important event, one which reflects the solidarity of the international community with our brothers and sisters in Pakistan and with all the people of the world in the face of a shared and mighty challenge. Climate change is a threat we all face, one which must be met with a collective response, the kind of response that can only be kindled and forged through critical gatherings such as this one. It casts a shadow across all nations and continents, one with implications beyond the moment itself for poverty and food, water and livelihood security, migration and forced displacement, loss of cultural identity, and so much more. Together, side by side, we will conceive, design, and deliver the strategies that will build resistance while enabling rehabilitation and ensuring reconstruction. Together, side by side, we will fill and find in one another the stamina and strength, the courage and creativity, our unshakable humanity, and redouble our commitment to the health and well-being of people and planet. I commend Pakistan wholeheartedly for its dignity in the face of adversity, for its extraordinary and inspiring response to the terrible and unprecedented floods of 2022, for showing a duty of care for its people that resonates with our own and guides our every action at home and abroad. The UAE was one of the first responders to launch a nationwide We Stand Together initiative in solidarity with Pakistan. We sent 71 planes and 6 ships with more than 8,000 tons of assistance, including food, health, shelter, and non-food items, support worth more than $80 million and from which more than 6.5 million families benefited. In the last 5 years alone, the UAE has provided no less than $2.4 billion in humanitarian and development aid to Pakistan. Since 2014, through the UAE Pakistan Assistance Program, we have succeeded in delivering more than 647 million doses of the polio vaccine to 119 million children across the country. Moving forward with the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, we have committed additionally US $53 million from 2023 to 2026 for Pakistan to protect the health of its youth while unlocking greater opportunities for generations not yet born. Dear friends, in the United Arab Emirates, we recognize that humanitarian aid, as critical as it is not the long-term solution to the situation in which we all find ourselves, endangered on all sides and shores by climate change. Facing public health catastrophes with the potential to dwarf even the worst of what we have known before is a must. It is in the sheer knowledge of the severity of this challenge and the magnitude of the response we must manifest together that the UAE prepares to assume the presidency of COP28 in November this year for everyone, for all nations, from those accustomed to being heard to those typically underrepresented on the global stage, for businesses and the private sector, which will play an essential role in economic diversification through adoption of low-carbon footprint industries as a means to achieving sustainable economic prosperity, for NGOs and academia, for society, you and I, the ones with the awareness and the agency, but more importantly, the ones with the power to change the future for ourselves and for 8 billion others. Ladies and gentlemen, resilience is one part of the puzzle, mitigation another. Yet we can't just seek to protect what we have. We must build what we need. Pakistan, we stand by you, and you can count on us. Thank you.
Thank you for your statement. I now call on His Excellency, the Minister for Climate Crisis and Civil Protection of Greece, to make his remarks.
Thank you, dear Chairman, dear Prime Minister of Pakistan, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. First, let me commend the United Nations, and in particular Secretary General Antonio Guterres and the government of Pakistan for their initiative to call for this international conference on climate resilient Pakistan. This important event is a unique opportunity to pave the way for a collective and concrete international action in the aftermath of the devastating floods that hit Pakistan last summer. On behalf of Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis and the Greek government, I would like to express our solidarity to the people of Pakistan. Our thoughts are with the families of those who lost their lives and with all the victims of this tragedy. Greece is committed to assisting the people of Pakistan bilaterally and through the European Union's instruments. Following the devastating floods in Pakistan, our government mobilized its mechanism and offer in-kind humanitarian assistance through the European Union Civil Protection Mechanism. We also sent a civil protection expert as part of the EU Civil Protection team that was deployed in Pakistan. The catastrophic floods in Pakistan is a harsh reminder of the crucial need for international cooperation and action to tackle the effects of climate change, of climate crisis. And it's an urgent call to enhance our prevention policies and measures, to invest more on making our countries and communities resilient to natural disasters. This was one of the main conclusions reached during the recent meeting in Athens of the European Forum for Disaster Risk Reduction, co-organized between the Greek government and the UN Office for Disaster Risk Reduction. No doubt, there is a correlation between the worsening climate crisis and the increasingly violent weather phenomena, which have an enormous impact on every aspect of our lives and societies. One thing, dear colleagues, is absolutely clear. No country alone can respond effectively to the climate crisis and its consequences. The recent record high temperatures in Europe and the record low temperatures in the United States is yet another proof of the hard reality. Climate crisis is here. It's not fake news. Therefore, enhanced multilateral action and cooperation is essential. A major lesson learned from natural disasters of this magnitude is that we must adopt a different emergency mentality. This is imperative to be able to respond swiftly and effectively. Dear colleagues, business as usual is not sustainable, is not a solution. Therefore, we must reevaluate and reinforce our prevention and response structures and mechanisms for a timely and effective response to severe phenomena on a national level, but also on a global level. Greece, as one of the countries really most prone to natural disasters, maybe the most prone in Europe, is a strong advocate of resilience building. And we are working closely with the UN and with our EU partners and EU institutions to enhance the prevention and response mechanisms to natural disasters to enhance resilience. Once again, on behalf of Greek government, let me repeat that we stand by the people and the government of Pakistan in their efforts to overcome the huge challenges they face. We support all efforts to help make Pakistan a climate resilient country. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for your remarks. I now call on His Excellency, the State Minister for Foreign Affairs of Qatar.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سعادة السيد محمد شهباز.
In the name of God. Prime Minister of Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I wish to convey to you the greetings of the Emir of Qatar and to wish you every success at this summit so that we can achieve our objectives. And we appreciate Pakistan's efforts and the United Nations efforts as well to co-organize this meeting, which we are very happy to participate in. We are living through a series of climate crises. These climate crises are impacting the lives of millions of persons around the world. And regrettably, we have to note the scale of the climate crisis, the great loss of human life, the great amount of damage caused in Pakistan alone. We are witnessing the suffering of the Pakistani people, and this reminds us that climate change can be a genuine threat for humanity's survival. Therefore, we must demonstrate solidarity. We must work together to face up to this, our common fate. We appreciate the initiative launched by the people of Pakistan and their intensive efforts, together with the United Nations and other stakeholders, to ensure humanitarian assistance to meet the urgent needs of the people of Pakistan. We welcome all of the efforts which have been deployed to conduct a post-disaster evaluation as well. Qatar has continued to pay particular attention to solidarity and partnership because we
नाज़रीन, कतर के वज़ीर ख़ारजा इस वक्त कॉन्फ्रेंस से खिताब कर रहे हैं। आपको बताते चलें कि वफाकी वज़ीर साद रफ़ीक इस वक्त मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं। आइए आपको लिए चलते हैं। नाज़रीन, वफाकी वज़ीर साद रफ़ीक इस वक्त मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं। आइए आपको लिए चलते हैं।
कारी से इक़्तिदार में आए हुए हों तो फिर मामला अदालतों में ही जाते हैं, और जब अदालतों में भी बदकिस्मती से नज़रिया ज़रूरत के तहत फैसले दिए जाने लगें और फिर अपने रिश्तों नातों का ख्याल किया जाने लगे तो फिर मसाइल बढ़ते हैं।